Alright, let's get started here. Let's have some fun. Get started.
New tuners. Difficulty told you first to 0.
Been a while since I played this one. Well, I think I would have been okay keeping that at 19 now. A while.
Absolutely perfect!
Just because it has some pretty demanding patterns.
Next stage.
Some of the patterns are surprisingly demanding. They're good. This is spinning at the end, I think. I don't think I'm going to do the spin. I think I'm just going to try it for shenanigans. gonna screw up the easy part to read. Just brain decided to fail. Whatever.
Absolutely perfect!
Sure. Whatever.
Next stage.
Everybody jump! Everybody pump! Everybody in the place, show yo!
What charts those are? Oh, I think I played this one. This one's just a little weird. Has some good ideas, but it's kind of weird. Sloppy. What's up, Gary? No, they're definitely fake.
Unbelievable!
No, those passes are absolutely cheated. Because when none of the actual top-ranked players can even come close other than Pepens, who still hasn't, and the two players in question don't have any scores at all in the 27th and 28th, that's not right.
Game over!
People did that because they want the attention, they want to think they can show it off, but guess what? We can check all your scores. We know they're not real. So, not only are you stupid for trying to cheat, now you're just stupid because now we know that you cheated. So, that's what Anime is going to handle on their own. They're probably already aware. MVTick already made a post about that. At least about like, here's the score ruling. Anyways, I hope you're doing well today. We need to play some things that I'm not very good with right now. Like repracticing Mahika, because I practiced Mahika yesterday, and I'm like, wow, I have completely forgotten how this chart goes. Like, this is pretty nasty when you haven't played it for a while. So anybody who hasn't already seen the news, I do have a GDQ Hotfix showcase for Pump for AAPI weekend, Asian and Pacific Islanders celebration. So I will be playing Pump at the end on Sunday, May 4th. Funny to have that on Star Wars Day. So, the theme of the song list, since I have a shorter block this time, I only have 40 minutes, as opposed to my usual hour. The theme is going to be showcasing Asian Pacific Islander artists. So it was actually kind of a challenge to make this song list because we have an overwhelming amount of Korean and Japanese artists in the game right now compared to everything else. So we managed to get it to a decent number for everything, get some good representation. And I definitely want to put this one in because I did Loxia for DRDQ last year. So I figure let's go with the other musical ghost song. I'm sure he'd be happy. Make sure to get my foot off the center. Need to actually do that last burst. Let's play this again. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going yet, because I don't play this chart very often. So let's play this.
Next stage.
Like, it's not too bad on the stamina for 22, but you do have to keep going. There's not too much rest. So doing all this back-to-back does does take some work. Also, I swear the ending of this chart is like so impossible for me. I would be lucky if I ever triple S plus this one because the ending is so hard. It's very good. I think Conrad was the right person to assign musical ghost songs to. And I hope he composes more in the future for Pump. Or at least we get more licenses from him. Either would be great. Because I know he focuses mostly on My Mai. My Mai is his main game. But he does enjoy Pump. And that's actually like a good thing to bring up. It's like you don't have to be like the absolute strongest Pump player ever to enjoy the game. Or even submit things for it. I can think of many people who've contributed who are like at a mid-level range, and that's fine. You just have to have a good passion for the game and know what the game wants. Conrad is very well rounded as a whole, yes. He is the second oldest of the step makers at this point. In terms of activity. The only people from that era that are by him are EXC and Nimgo. Everybody else is gone at this point. And I really don't know how long some people are going to stick around like Nimgo. Like, I actually thought Nimgo was going to be gone because he wasn't listed at the beginning of Phoenix, but he came back. Like, there was a long hiatus of stuff from him, both at the end of XX and after the first couple of patches of Chrono Circle. Well, there's always UCS, but I can tell you up front, you won't be on an official team for K-Pump unless you live in Korea, because I was directly told that by MacNom after bugging them for years. And I have experience, so if they reject me, then yeah, that's kind of a harsh, but realization of it. I didn't hit that bracket. I didn't lift my foot for the toe. Damn.
Absolutely perfect!
Let's try that one more time. Oh yeah, doing things that's just a blessing is always a great way to get started, no matter what the path is going to be. I didn't think I was going to end up as an official step maker for Infinity when I started. I was just goofing off in my early 20s. Shoot, when I started, the UCS function wasn't even a thing yet. But that's long history at this point, so. But that's really just what you want to do with pretty much anything. Like, you don't have to be good at it at first. In fact, pretty much nobody is ever good at something immediately. They might pick up something fast, but nobody is ever good at something right out of the gate without prior experience of some kind. So it's fun to just mess around, and that's really what chart writing's about. Now, I will yell about UCSs, but if you really want honest feedback, I will give you honest, like, here's how to improve things feedback. And some people who started out with UCSs ended up doing quite a bit for the official team. So that's pretty much how, like, almost all the step makers are these days. Yeah, Pump has a lot of flexibility. The hard part is knowing what to do with that flexibility, because there's a lot of stuff that people think you can just do, and technically you can, but they aren't very fun. And fun is very subjective and comes person to person, but there are things that definitely, in my opinion, should not ever be put in an actual game. No, the UCS is like, they have to be uploaded to the site and the users have to pick them. You can't have them like on a, like downloaded to the drive or anything. Yeah, and we don't even know details of what the Steam version will have as far as functionality and such.
Absolutely.
Alright, we're gonna play this for a bit. We're gonna play this for a bit and try and get this under control. Both my SGs were lower scores than my MG.
Game over.
One of the few times combo bonus is actually mattering. But yeah, like I said, the users have to take control and put their own UCS, and that's why it's a little difficult to get people to actually play your stuff, because you kind of have to go around and get bug people to play it. I don't do that. I just make them for whatever at this point. If you see it and you want to try it, great. I upload videos. But in general, it's just like, it's just something I need to doodle. Because it's good to at least doodle and have something creative. I honestly do not do a whole lot of creative stuff these days. And this is like one of the few outlets I actually do. Yes, what Harder said. So yeah, Prime to XX, you can't UCS anymore at all. And the thing about Fiesta EX and Fiesta 2 is it's a very small subset of songs at this point. So no K-pop at all. All originals are fair game, but only some world music in those games. Yeah. What's up, Region? You know how many people like try and say like, hey, play my UCS? I'm like, okay, give me money to play it. It's like if you were like directly requesting me to play it, give me money and actually make it worth my time. I don't even ask that much. Like, give me $1. Like, if I go search out a UCS and something I want to try and the rare event that happens, sure, I'll play that immediately. But if you're, like, directly requesting me to play UCS, you are going to pay money for that. Maybe I should open up a UCS stream.
Make a UCS call that's like 2 weeks and
That would actually at least be better this time. Because there were some things in that contest. And not even just the, this is weird, but at least kind of makes some sense. But weird in, oh, this UCS is literally completely broken on the sync. One stray good. Oh well. Alright, one stray great. We'll leave that for now. We can improve it later. Yeah, Catastrophe does not have anything below 20 for double. I don't know. I've not liked that at all. I get they're harder songs, but
Next
not having
stage.
anything under a 20 feels kind of bad for an arcade song. Even if it's just double, but that's still kind of like what? I don't know if it's their logic is because the play counts say people don't play doubles that often in that range, but this isn't a play data thing. Players should have options.
Yeah, I wasn't. Didn't folder today.
There's like nothing.
30 doubles and there's nothing in full remixes or shortcuts.
Yeah, and like D17 to 18 has like 150 or something. It's like ridiculous amount compared. Like you don't need to make much, but
I was kind of running out of good options to play. I had to play Priest of Fate.
is that bad?
It's.
I don't remember
It's
being
weird.
that bad.
It's not bad, but it's really weird. And it's weird.
It's just a weird thing in general. Like even like K-pop falls into this. Queen Card's lowest double is what? 18? That's K-pop. Like why the hell does that not have anything lower? Anyways, I'm pretty happy with that. So we're gonna hold on to that score for a bit.
Stage 2. Difficulty zone level 11. Level 20.
This one's been kind of a toss-up for me lately, just in terms of like my execution. So I've just not been super consistent with it in Phoenix for whatever reason. And usually I'm pretty consistent with it. Yeah, if even Vacuum can get a 16, there's not really an excuse. Oh yeah, it's a great song.
Absolutely.
Absolutely great song.
Wow! New record!
Yeah, honestly, as much as Zero did right, it really did wrong with that and other things. Like, Witch Doctor was unlockable and it only had Crazy Nightmare in arcade, with another is unlockable, which are even harder or easier, by not much. And
Never got anything below G19.
yeah, for a long, yeah, that doesn't have anything below G19 right now, and barely had singles added over time.
Yeah, in K-pop.
Yeah, and then other stuff in Zero. All Family has no Crazy or Nightmare. Wuthering Heights has no crazier nightmare. There's just a whole bunch of gaps for no reason. I think even some other stuff was just from. I think Drunken to Melody actually had like 2 charts removed. Because I know it had a full set of charts in Exceed too.
I think Wuthering Heights got something in the X.
No. Only World
I
Tour
guess
and World
I'm
Max.
thinking Mission.
Only World Tour and World Max. It didn't get anything else. Like, some things were appropriately replaced, like Come to Me. But other things were just completely missing difficulties for no reason. Like, some things just didn't have normals. Phantom didn't have a normal. Moonlight didn't have a normal. Jump didn't have any double. I don't know. Yeah, Hot Trill. Hot Trill was at least very good for its time and still very amusing for giving us that concept.
Level 20. Critical user critical result level 15. Level 20. Level 22.
Anyways, I've been messing this up, so we're gonna practice it. I can't wait for Haru to say this to like several thousand people on GDQ Hotfix, and they're like, what? That works. I don't like doing it that way though. Like, you can, but I'm not going to. Yeah, let's play this a couple more times. I always seem to forget things.
Unbelievable! You are the best!
Nah, that's just something Yop cooked up on his own, so... like... There actually is a full with all of which doctor together. So really it's just the 2 cut parts separated. If I remember right. Oh, I'm an Ultimate Gamer finally. Only took forever.
Game over!
Only took almost 2 years.
I mean, it's 1,000 charts.
Only took two years. I think I have more perfect games than Ultimate games at this point. Hey, what's up, Dashner? Ultimate Gamer detected. Well, if that's the case, then I kind of need to play something to match that. This is surprisingly difficult. I was actually kind of amazed how difficult this is on both the 22 and 24. It's a lot harder than it looks.
Listen, ultimatum.
Yeah. Yeah, let's play this a little bit and then we'll go back to Numano. Just to make sure I'm solid on that. that needs work. It's actually really surprising how difficult it is to combo. That's better, but that's not good.
You're awesome! Wow! New record!
Thankfully, the stamina drain is not too bad on this chart. Like 24, I felt like I was being murdered on my legs. But this one's quite tricky. I'm not playing this one for the showcase because I don't have enough art. I don't have enough space for another Korean artist for the theme. But I figure I might as well play this. Because it really just beats you down over and over. Okay. So when we get to the middle part after the break, we need to do 1-foot stabs rather than trying to bracket. Otherwise it gets very confusing very fast. Sometimes charts are like putting a puzzle together. And that's definitely a lot of modern charting with brackets for me because I'm not good at parsing. But you give me a giant ass turn run that goes all across the pad and I'll probably do it just fine. Like I get like private comments, just like direct messages and stuff, and be like, "Hey, do you have a video for this?" And I show them a video of me doing a full twist of something like Witch Doctor number 1 D20 or something, and people are like, "How the hell is that possible?" And it's like, well, it's right in front of you. That's my bread and butter because that's what I grew up with. The bracket meta was not fleshed out yet when I started this game. I kind of wish we'd have more movement-based charts like those. Oh, there's still some variety. And they're still doing new things. I didn't realize I was covering it. Okay, let's try this. Just need to go. Stamina's not a concern, just do the thing. Slop at the end, but still pretty good. Nice.
Wow! New record!
Like I said, just a little bit of slop at the end, but otherwise pretty good. Yeah, if you just really pay attention in the middle and just try and use 1 foot, it's honestly easier than trying to do bracket
Next
things.
stage.
Because you get less confused. It's a good chart for what it is. Like, Some of it feels pretty standard, like it runs. But the way it handles its brackets, it's pretty cool. Like the middle is definitely something we've not really seen a whole lot of, so that's a good one. All right, let's go back to new mono. Play that one more time. New mono. That is not right. I really just blanked out. Brain does not want to work on this chart today. Oh well. There's no way you're gonna get me to do the 270s. I'll at least do the spin. The spin I can control.
Unbelievable! You're...
We'll work on that another time, make sure I'm not brain dead.
Game over!
Alright, what else do we need to work on here in this list? You know, I haven't played Seer C that much, or Earendel, so let's play those, and then we'll play Super Aquaman Emperor. Single.
New tunes! Difficulty series zone! Difficulty zone double! Level 23!
I went way past C. C. I love this song so much. God damn it. Whoops.
Absolutely perfect!
I hit the ending. So I can definitely PG this at some point because I've not gotten the ending yet. Now I have to string it all together. The hardest part is definitely getting the transition because I'm not good at hitting this back here. When I watch videos, I usually hit like this. Which is no good. I have to twist more.
Next stage.
Hear bits of VVV yet? Maybe? I don't know. I don't hear that. I can kind of see the impression in my head though. Here, let's play this again. Give me a chance to hear it and also not screw the ending up. Which is easier said than done. Because the ending is definitely the hardest part. I guess the bass, yeah. The bass part is good. Yeah, so if you didn't see already, Dylan actually posted some videos of like prototypes to final completion for both C and Leakage Voltage. And interestingly, the finished version of C that you hear in game was submitted in 2021. So AM definitely held on to it for a while. And they probably didn't want to put out another Doan song until next game, so they already had Skeptic and Iolite and XX. So they probably just wanted to save this one, but that's what he responded with in comments. So it's good to get some fun little backstory. Big shout outs to Doan, big supporter of the music game scene in general, both Pump and other things. He's really chill. He's very funny too. One more time. I didn't get on this bracket, I think. Damn.
Absolutely perfect!
Alright, well, it's still pretty good. We'll get it at some point. Most of the rest of this is pretty consistent, with the only other really troublesome part being this up bracket up here. That one's a little hard for me.
Next
Just to get the
stage.
team to just miss reds on those kinds of things. Like, red brackets are much harder than blue brackets.
Level 23.
Let's go here and now.
Level 24.
I don't think I'm going to play much longer today. I just wanted to get some exercise. And And I definitely won't be playing tomorrow. Because tomorrow is my anniversary, so I want to just kind of cook lasagna, eat, and do nothing. I do not want to play while after eating lasagna, so tomorrow will just be a rest day. Like, maybe I might stream something else, because I do have a Doom run next week on Wednesday. But it definitely won't be Pump I'm streaming, I can tell you that much. Anyways, Space Whales. Space Whales! There are many good songs in this contest. And it's really hard to, like, pick. I think this and Athena's Shield are my two favorites out of the top 10. But, as I've said before, all of them, from an objective production standpoint, they were all very good. And it just came down to preference. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, it's tomorrow for us, so very conveniently I'll be off from work, so that's why we're going to do some lasagna cooking, because I like lasagna a lot. And thankfully we have a good recipe in one of our books. Imaginary City grew on me too. I was kind of like at first, but it really is the sum of its parts with the BGA and steps put together. Okay, I'm going to try not to get a miss in the slowdown this time like I did on my last play. Didn't feel great on that. Hey, Shane.
Wow! You're awesome!
Seed is in the sky. Yeah, there's actually some really good lore for the song and why the BGA is the way it is. So I highly recommend looking up the Cetus system and what Irondale is, if you're not already familiar. Because when I read all that, everything just fell into the place of the BGA, and I fell in love with it even more than I already did. Revolution, I hope Irondale reminds you of Irondale.
Game over!
Yeah, Shane, you can do it. Like, the S20s that were added in that patch between that and Athena's Shield are generally not that taxing for 20s. So I imagine you could do it. That one jack is always a problem, though. Just because it kind of just comes out of nowhere. Like, I get why it's there. It's a mirror. It's kind of in an awkward spot. Let me look at it real quick, just so I'm aware of where it is. There we go. At least we got the ending, like the very ending. Yeah, I hate that the jack is on the foot that you need to get into rather than the down foot. Dang it, Sonny. Alright, well, we'll just have to do it. We'll just have to do the thing. So let's do the thing. I'm sweaty. I got stuck. Let it die.
Hey, is this really your best?
Yeah, that was probably intentional to keep it that way. Rolling bracket too. Okay. It is funny, but there are a lot of things that happen under the hood to make sure the Korean rating board doesn't slam these games into the ground. There is a very big reason why the Korean version of Voltex has many, many jackets removed. Because a lot of those are borderline porn. Anyways. Really? Wow. I must have been like right here or something. I must have been like right on the metal. because that was on the right arrow, and that panel does not have sensitivity at all. Okay, let's try and put at least a little energy into this so I don't miss everywhere. Apparently this is a common theme for today. I stopped early before hitting the brackets. That's the problem. I stopped early. I can't stop early like I did. Because I ended up behind by a whole 8 minutes. That's unfortunately a waste of a run. Not until the downbeat. Can't rush. Yeah, I did get that jack. And that was actually part of what triggered it because I'm like, oh god, I'm nervous now. I just couldn't keep the nerves under control. So I ended up stopping 2/16 early before the brackets. Can't do that. Well, if I had actually hit the rest of it okay, I probably could have been alright skipping those 2 notes. My combo bonus still would have been really good. But no, I just kind of stopped early and paid the price for it. We can do it though. We can do it.
New series, use the difficulty zone double. Level 17. Level 24.
This one may be an easier 24, but it certainly isn't easy. 24s have just gotten so nasty in the last few years. Like, shoot, ESP came out after this, and ESP is even harder. Even though it's, like, very slightly slower. ESP is really fun, though. Song is at least really good. A lot of energy. I'm going to be happy to showcase this one. I think Polami will be happy when he sees this. gotten away with it. It's gonna be very close. There you go.
Absolutely perfect!
Nice thoughts.
Wow! New record!
Not the FC I'm looking for yet, but hey, it's good. Tennis to belonging and erosion.
Next stage.
That also is a little bit of pumpability upscore, so yay. Can't complain.
Level 24. Difficulty zone single. Level 9. Level 24 over.
There's a lot of weird things in this chart that I'm not familiar with yet because I haven't played the song enough. I don't really like the song that much. Like, it's fine, but it's really repetitive, and I just don't find it like as interesting as Red Alice's other songs that he's composed. Because anybody who knows me in Chrono Circle, I love Tomorrow Night. Like, I thought that was a great original with a really interesting and difficult chart. And the charts for this are definitely difficult and interesting, but it's just the song itself is very repetitive. But it's 240 BPM, so gotta get that challenge in. This will definitely be the last thing I play for the day, though. I'm already kind of getting hungry, and I work tonight, so I want to chill. That being said, let's change this, because God knows I'm not getting 5 misses on this or less. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of familiarity that goes in this chart that I'm not quite there with, so I need to actually play it. Very sloppy throughout the whole thing. Yeah, I honestly agree. That's not good.
Wow! New record!
Now we need to just go.
Next.
The problem is I need that speed to be able to parse the 240 BPM run consistently. Which makes everything else kind of hard to react to. I think Megahertz is fine, but that one's also not my favorite. Like, it's Norkin in a good way. Norkin, when he's being Norkin, is good. But I feel like other stuff like Decadence just really pops a lot more. Megahertz does get helped out by a really good BGA and a pretty easy but still interesting set of charts, like for their difficulty levels. Like, Megahertz is fine. Let's try and get this one more time. Try and not miss everywhere. Just like fast singles is just not my specialty. Like, if it's a straight run and nothing else, then sure, but when there's other stuff mixed in, I'm really bad at separating it all out. Okay, let's try this again. At least I'm already warm. I was actually feeling pretty good on the run, last run. That's not how to do it, but that works. Decent. Much better. Much better. Better. This is good.
Fantastic! Wow! New record!
Much better. It's familiarity. I have the ability. Now I need to get my brain in gear. Yeah, by the time I get to that point, I'll be plenty warm from singles. So I should be okay as long as I focus. Yeah, thank you. This is not bad. I'm still scared to try the 26 because God. We'll get to that at some point, but probably after the showcase.
Game over!
Still, like I said, familiarity with that chart is important. You saw things were a lot better as a whole. Hit a lot more things than usual, like the blue-yellow drill that has the brackets on the left too. That was a lot better than when I usually just good chain. So,
I think center maybe not on sticking fast enough.
no, it's absolutely my fault. I'm being lazy. When you don't put energy into things, your feet get stuck a lot more. This is 100% technique. Alright, y'all. That's going to do it for me for today. Let me see if I can find y'all a host on Twitch, see who's doing some stuff. Let's see if there's anybody I follow doing pump things first. And if not, then I've got some other targets. Nobody of mine, unfortunately. So I'm going to send y'all over to, let's go to Satan. Satan's playing some Peggle Knights. Yeah, work, food, both, and shower. I need to throw myself in the shower for sure before I go to work. But thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, no stream for Pump tomorrow. Maybe something after I cook dinner and have anniversary celebrations. Might just do some Doom. Sunday, I don't know yet either because it's community day for our local community. So we'll probably go over and hang out with them for the day. So we'll see what happens for stream. But y'all go say hi to Satan. Go give her some luck on some Peggle Nights as she works on a new PB. And I'll see y'all next stream whenever that is. Thanks for watching, everyone.